Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching the first 3 episodes of The Boys Season 3. Now, after the first 2 seasons of The Boys that had everything from extreme violence to comments on corporate greed and to various political movements, we now have The Boys entering its third season where Homelander has completely lost his mind, and there might be a weapon that can bring down the Superman XP once and for all. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story that we get is that it's a year after Season 2, and Huey has been trying to fight the good fight against Vought in a more legal manner, working with Victoria Newman with the and essentially trying to have a legal battle against Vought. Only he finds out that trying to fight Vought the legal way doesn't work. That the only way to fight them is off the grid with completely illegal tactics with Billy Butcher. But when Butcher finds out that Compound V has a variant that allows a person to use powers for 24 hours, with some heavy side effects, of course, he decides to finally even the playing field as he goes against some of the other heroes that happen to be for the second greatest superhero team of the bunch, Payback. It includes members like Soldier Boy, Captain America if he was a misogynistic jerk, and Crimson Countess, who's like Scarlet Witch if she was even more evil than Elizabeth Olsen was in Multiverse of Madness. So that's what we've got for the story so far. So not only do we check up with a lot of the characters in the show's massive cast, especially when it comes to the new roles for, say, A-Train or the Deep, but it also happens to introduce some new characters, such as the drummer boy, who's now supersonic, who was Starlight's former boyfriend. He ends up in this show called American Hero, which basically feels like American Idol if it was for superhero candidates. To the point where it's implied that Supersonic was even a member of a boy band, which does allow for some pretty entertaining music on the actor's part. And we even learned some more stuff about Grace Mallory and stuff that she's been hiding from Butcher since the start. It really feels like this season is the most violent, the craziest, and the one with the biggest plot twists so far. Especially since they're adapting some stuff from the comic and leaving some stuff out, but in a way that has done what the other 2 seasons have. It takes elements from the Boys comic series, but happens to mold them into its own unique version of the story, meaning that there's a reason for you to actually watch it while it still clearly honors the source material. Especially since Anthony Starr gets to be his absolute craziest here. Given what happened to Stormfront in the previous season, it's pretty obvious that he's been off his rocker, and Starr makes that very well known, as he almost feels like Patrick Bateman in a superhero costume at times. But at the same time, the show happens to balance between all these different storylines through these first 3 episodes as effectively as the first season, and it happens to make sure that it happens to aim its satire at a lot of different things. It does point out that Vought's corporate brand of activism is very much the main target here, but it also happens to take its aim at fringe members of the alt-right, fans who get too obsessed with people who aren't trustworthy, and people like Homelander who believe they're above everyone else even when he so poorly tries to hide it. And it even takes aim at Billy Butcher for him being selfish about this whole thing and trying to justify his crusade against heroes as something that's for greater than just his own hatred that has no other outlet. And considering that he thinks that the best way to beat your enemy is to become your enemy, I have a feeling that Billy Butcher's going to end up the same way he did in the comics, but we'll see how that goes. For now, The Boys Season 3 is back to what made The Boys so great, and I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of the season. See you later.